there's only one area in Bloodborne left to traverse, the Nightmare of Mensis. Whereas the Nightmare Frontier was hosted by Amygdala, Mensis is hosted by a human named Micolash. And just as Amygdala brought us to the lecture building, so too must he. Up the stairs from the final lamp in Yahar Gul, interact with Micolash's body on the far side of the room, and teleport to the second floor of the lecture building. This second floor is very much like the first, sharing the same symmetrical design, but there are far more scholars on this floor, making it altogether more dangerous. Make your way along the railing to the opposite side of the room, taking out any scholars you meet along the way. Then turn right, following the railing again to take out the horde of scholars that throw acid. You'll want to get rid of these enemies as soon as possible, or they'll continue chipping away your health from afar. Pick up the bloodstone chunk found behind them, then head back the way you came until you reach the cathedral giant in the corner. This one doesn't carry a weapon, but rather attacks with its fists. This actually makes it the more dangerous variety, because its attacks come out more quickly. Although, it's still a cathedral giant, and you'll find this one similar to those you defeated before. In the corner behind the giant, a trapdoor leads to the floor below. Take the ladder down and finally speak face to face with our good friend Patches the Spider.
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be. No, you didn't. Lord Amygdala? How did this come to pass? Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me? Oh, it pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
He gives you the most powerful version of anti-clockwise metamorphosis, which, like all runes, can be equipped alongside their weaker versions to bolster the effect further. However, he has nothing else to offer, so if you'd like to get revenge for all the trouble he's caused, now is the time. The door in this room can be opened, becoming a shortcut back to the lamp on the first floor, but this offers little solace as our goal lies back on the second floor. A door adjacent to the trapdoor can be opened, with a communion rune lying in a chest on the far side. However, the one we obtained at the defeat of the Celestial Emissary is superior to this one, and besides, how many blood vials do you need anyway? As with the first floor, the way to the nightmare is through the large doors at the center of the hall. Make your way out of the cave you spawn in, and up the hill ahead. The silver beasts found in Mensis are largely identical to those of the Nightmare Frontier, except that when they die, these worm enemies burst forth, posing an additional threat. Remember that, lest you be defeated by a worm. Kill the scurrying beast a little farther up ahead for some useful chunks, and light the lamp at the top of the hill. In this section, the light from the building up ahead shines down, inflicting frenzy buildup and damaging you over time. Again, a reason to use Deep Sea. Following the right wall, you can pick up a weaker eye rune than the one taken from Willem, and light a second lamp at the end. Watch your health as you follow the wall. There's little to indicate when you actually begin taking damage. This second lamp is not very useful to us at this point, but some elevators will return us to this point later, and I wanted you to understand where this lamp was in context of the rest of the area. So, from the first lamp, cross the stone bridge to the left. There are several silver beasts and giant children along the path, so you may elect to drink a blue elixir to make your life a little easier. Our destination is the door at the end of the path that leads into the building. Additionally, a bloodstone chunk can be found to the left of the door if you continue past it. Open the doors and step into the safety of the building within, albeit short-lived safety, as the next room is a nest of giant spiders. The largest one in the center is the biggest threat, so fight it on your own terms rather than with all of its children at once. You don't want to step too far into the room or you risk aggroing all the spiders at once, and chances are you won't be close enough for a bullet to reach. So instead, target the largest spider and toss a throwing knife, then back into the previous room. The largest spider can't fit through the doorway, and if you hide in the corner of the stairs, it shouldn't be able to hit you at all. Luckily for you, many of your attacks will be able to clip the creature through the wall, making for an easy, albeit cheesy, kill. Then take the stairs on the right. Through the rightmost door to the outside, a bell ringer woman attempts to summon invaders into your world. So if you don't want to get invaded, you'll want to dispatch of her rather quickly. Continuing on, the path ends at a bridge of sorts that places you well within the nest of spiders. It's important to clear them all out before moving on, and a great way to do this is to shoot a few of them at a time with bullets. This will force them into aggression, which in turn will force them to climb the stairs to reach you. Anticipate this, and fight them individually in the previous hallway. Repeat this process until you're in the clear. Dropping down from the bridge, climb the staircase in the main room up to the platform above. A corpse holds a few shaman bone blades, which can be used to make enemies aggressive to one another. Through the only door ahead, a hunter waits on a bridge outdoors. Armed with Ludwig's Holy Blade and Rosmarinus, this can be one of the most difficult hunters to defeat. Use parries. Waste all your bullets if you have to, but parry this guy. There's no reason to jeopardize all our progress by fighting up close. In the next room, descend the stairs and defeat Murgo's attendants found at the bottom. These enemies aren't very aggressive, and it's really only the variety with the rapid poison crossbow found further ahead that pose a significant threat. To the right, take the elevator down to the second lamp from earlier. You'll probably have a decent amount of echoes at this point that you'd rather not lose. Next, you'll want to return up the elevator and take the stairs down yet another floor. In doing so, you'll have to fight one of Murgo's chief attendants. These enemies move slowly, but have surprisingly fast attacks and long range thanks to the chain in their offhand. Visceral attacks are the most consistent means of defeating them, but whether that means parrying or going in for a backstab is up to you and your skill set. Be careful as you cross this room. Most of the floor is collapsed, and it can be difficult to identify safe places to step due to the mist lingering about. The opposite side of the room houses another chief attendant, along with 3 standard attendants armed with rapid poison crossbows. Although it may seem against your best interest, you're better off ignoring the chief attendant until the crossbow users are all dead. Bloodborne has no poise system, and being shot by a crossbow bolt while trying to fight this powerful chief attendant can be the means to an early grave. After clearing out the enemies, take this elevator up to the middle floor of the loft. This is where the word Nightmare and Nightmare of Mensis comes into play. Up ahead, you'll have to fight several carrion crows and afflicted dogs, who each have the head of the opposite creature sewn into place. This doesn't change the way they behave at all, but it makes for a powerful effect that, presumably, didn't demand much development time. Nice one, From. Climb the stairs. Once you reach the top, double back, making sure not to miss the cage that can be rolled into. A patchwork crow guards one of the most powerful gemstones in the main game. Pressing forward, you can descend the stairs up ahead for a bloodstone chunk, but you'll have to take out 2 dogs to claim it. Next, the elevator illuminated by the green contraptions can be taken downward, serving as a more up-to-date shortcut back to the second lamp of the area. The boss is coming up next. Back up top, take the stairs to the left and cross the large metal bridge. There are 2 skeletal puppets on the far side, who stand just outside the boss arena. They're a fairly standard enemy, except that they have no blood. You won't be regaining any health from these things.
Some say cousin. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
Micolash is probably my favorite boss in the game, right alongside Gascoigne. His fight is unlike anything else found in the Souls game. His arena is a maze, and before you can fight him, you have to chase him into specific rooms where the 2 of you will be locked inside and you'll have an opportunity to deal damage. The maze is filled with skeletal puppets, and unless you know exactly how to herd Micolash into the proper rooms, kill them as you come in contact with them. It will make the fight easier in the long run. For the first room, there are 2 skeletal puppets to take out immediately. Micolash will only use his fists and Augur of Ebertas to attack at this stage, but after reaching about half health, he teleports away and a second layer to the maze is unlocked.
Majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. The nightmare swirls and churns unending.
First of all, on the lowermost floor of the second layer, an iron door key can be picked up, which we will need for later, so grab that as you enter. Now Micolash will jump into mirrors to escape, and will evade any attempt you make to corner him. The way to counter this is to drop down on him from above, using this room with the broken railing.
Ah, Cos. Or some say Cosm. Do you hear our prayers?
He closes a gate to separate the 2 of you, but that just means he's trapped. Making your way up the stairs, drop into the room he's locked himself into.
Ah, Cos. Or some say Cosm. Do you hear our prayers? As you once did for the vacuous bone. Grant us eyes. Grant us eyes. Grant eyes on wounds to cleanse our beastly idiocy. The grand lake of mud, hidden now from sight. The cosmos of course. Let us sit about and speak feverishly, chatting into the wee hours of new ideas of the higher plane.
At this point, a call beyond is added to his arsenal. The way to dodge this dangerous attack is to stand a decent distance away and dash towards him just as the shots fire off.
Now I'm waking up. I'll forget everything.
Great work, but there's still the second half of the nightmare to go.